What's going on, you guys? So, it looks like the pay-per-view market in the UK is drying up. Got the article link in the description, and it says here that official figures released for the recent Sky Sports box office pay-per-view events have once again confirmed the UK market is drying up. Once again, attempts to save the plummeting figures from events involving Vasily Lomachenko and Dillian White since the summer have seemingly failed. Sky bought out the rights to broadcast the World Boxing Super Series final between Josh Taylor and Ruiz Prograis. But despite a fight of the year contender, the sales were poor. And what seems to be as a starting panic, the whole purchase of a YouTube fight. I'm assuming when they say this YouTube fight, they're talking about the KSI Logan Paul. I'm not sure what YouTube fight they're talking about. That's just something that happened in the UK that we don't know about over here. Which on the whole had nothing to do with the sport, also bombed. So another YouTube fight that they tried to sell out there bombed. Final Barb raffle sales of just 1,600 for the Los Angeles show are not good, but which may not be the concern of the YouTube department of the script. No. It says here a price hike for the Ruiz 2 in Saudi Arabia is $24.95. Okay, so the pay-per-views is $24.95 pounds, or however you guys say it. It's pounds. Is the clearest indication yet. TV bosses could now be cashing out on the platform altogether. So basically, by people assuming by them increasing the price of the pay-per-view for this fight, that they looking to cash out on this shit, man. As World Boxing News previously reported, White versus Rivas sold only 289,000 buys or whatever. See, that's kind of low considering how cheap the pay-per-views are. You know what I'm saying? That's cheap. I think a lot of fighters in America benefit for the cheaper pay-per-views because, you know, they're like, yeah, I want to support. Because a lot of people, they want to support these guys. They want to pay for the pay-per-views. But a lot of people just ain't got it like that. Dropping $75, $80 on top of your cable bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot. So I think America really benefited on the pay-per-view model if they lowered the price. A lot more people probably be willing to cough up $40 versus $80. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, pretty much says Taylor vs. Prograis on Sky Sports box office drafted at just 167,000. Damn. This is the lowest since Kell Brook fought Venky Gavin in May of 2015. Damn. So Prograis and Taylor didn't do good at all. That did terrible. You know what I'm saying? Taylor, ain't he from there? Oh, he's from Scotland. Ooh, that shit did bad, man. Motherfuckers ain't, I don't know. Maybe y'all UK guys are losing interest in boxing over there, you know? Since the fall of Joshua. It says, it all means without Andy Ruiz Jr. Joshua on the June 1st, confirmed success, over 500,000. So that one did like 500,000. They usually don't relay these numbers out. So that's why I kind of did this video. They usually don't relay or put out the numbers that's been put out there in the UK. You know what I'm saying? They do it over here. It seems like lately, I don't know. I don't know. It seems like lately, like they just been kind of, I think they've been kind of lying about the numbers they've been putting out, me personally. But it says Andy Ruiz and Joshua got like over 500 million. And we're still a world away from Joshua Povetkin, which is 9 months prior. We saw 1.1 million paid a $20 price. Okay, so originally it was 20 pounds. Okay, that's cheap, man. Y'all had it made out there with the pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? So the Povetkin Joshua fight did 1.1 million. With the $20 ask price. So now Joshua lose on December 7th, the whole market could collapse with no real pay-per-view stars left on British soil. White is back on the undercards after his career took a downward spiral following an adverse finding in the Rivas fight, whilst Taylor is a tough sell judging by his first effort on pay-per-view. The likes of Tyson Fury and Carl Frampton signed to Frank Warren are now both competing in the US. Not to mention massive opponents would be needed for BT Sports box office to pick up the numbers sufficiently. I don't think Daniel Dubois can bring up them numbers either. Y'all don't seem to really like that dude too much. We like him over here though. A rematch between Fury and Deontay Wilder could be the only hope of salvaging for the dying UK pay-per-view market, although that can still get through. So basically, man, they talking about the UK market is dying on the pay-per-view model. The shit is dying. UK fans are pretty upset that they got paid $25 per pay-per-view event. But I mean, they're not putting up the best fights. You know, Anthony Joshua, for what it's worth, he is fighting some of these guys. You know, Andy Ruiz is kind of a guy that nobody heard of, but I knew he was the dude. But yeah, man, I mean, shit, the pay-per-view market, how do I feel about it? I don't really care for it, man. Me personally, I don't care for it. It's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? To your average, person who got bills to pay, kids, and you know what I'm saying, trying to get by and shit. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But I support these pay-per-views. It's just been a lot this year. You know, I got the Wilder Ortiz one, but other than that, man, it's a hard sell for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just a hard sell. It just seemed like they just kind of just forcing it down our throats. And a lot of these fights to me, okay, I'll just put to you like this. If they stack the cards with really quality fights, then it's worth it. But when you just got one main event fight that may or may not be a dud, I don't think it's worth that. It's worth $75, $80 or whatever it is. That's just here in America. The Zone, as far as the not being on pay-per-view, the best way is to be on regular TV. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to go. If you want to build a guy to a pay-per-view star, you know, show them on regular TV. They get millions and millions of views. People see this guy is on regular TV. Then they be like, okay, I'm gonna go buy his pay-per-view, see who he's fighting this big fight. They know they ain't doing it like that no more. They've been force feeding pay-per-views down our throats. You know what I'm saying? Let back to back to back. Every fight is a pay-per-view fight. Every other fight is a pay-per-view fight. And every fight is not a pay-per-view fight. You know what I'm saying? We don't get the real numbers back. I think they they fabricate on the numbers. They lying about the numbers. I don't believe that Sean Porter, Errol Spence did those numbers that they say they did. I just don't believe it. How you gonna come out with the numbers a day later? That's not how it's done. You know, I think that pay-per-view flopped. You're hearing rumors that Wilder Ortiz flopped. I mean, it's just Terrence Crawford, his pay-per-views flop. Everybody pay-per-views flop unless you got like a Mexican fighter, because the Mexican fans support their fighters, their people. They're gonna support. So that's just what it is with that. Maybe the UK boxing fans is slowly losing interest. You know, since the fall of Joshua. You know, the numbers is down. Nobody wants to see these guys. They want to see the best fights. I don't know. You know, but. Yeah, tell me what you guys think, man. What do you guys think about the pay-per-view, man? I mean, what do you think about it? Like and subscribe. Holla at your boy. Peace out.